BBC Radio Sussex and BBC Radio Surrey. Let's find out who's making a difference. Make a difference. Well, this is a word of warning and good advice from the Oncology Department at the Royal Surrey NHS Foundation Trust, and they say that spending longer sunbathing in our gardens in lockdown could increase our risk of skin cancer. Elizabeth Clayton is a surgeon at the Trust. So what's the message, Elizabeth? Morning.
Morning. Thank you for inviting me on. Well, I think as the government's advising, we can get out a lot more. We're all very keen to get out and about and be in the sun more, but actually I'm here to maybe give a bit of advice and guidance about how to look after yourself in the sun. As we all have heard... sorry, go for it.
It's mid-May, so how powerful is the sun? How dangerous is it at this time of year?
Well, I think we all probably underestimate it, don't we? And I think that we need to be aware that actually the sun's rays can be harmful to us, and we actually need to think a little bit more about how we behave in the sun before we actually get that damage.
There's an A, B, C, D, E of skin cancer. Would you just briefly run through that for us, Elizabeth?
Yes. So I think we at first we need to think about how we protect ourselves in the sun, but actually if you are worried about your skin and you look at your skin and you think, oh, you know, what is that on my skin? How do I know what I'm looking at? You can look at all of your skin. So you can look in the mirror and you can look at your torso, your arms, your legs. You can get, maybe a family member if possible to check your skin for you. And you can, if you see a skin lesion that doesn't quite look right to you, you can check it and see if it's sort of it's asymmetrical, if it's got a blurred or a ragged edge. You can look at the border, and if it's an irregular skin lesion that isn't sort of oval or round, then that might need to be checked. Elements in the colour of a skin lesion, so whether it's you want a uniform skin lesion. If it's got lots of different colours within it, multiple pigments, or maybe it's very dark, then that might need to be checked out. Now, also skin lesions at D, diameter that gets a little bit bigger, and it's not specifically about a certain size. It's just about whether it's enlarging. And also E is we talk about evolution, so change in skin lesions. So you might have lots of moles, and actually you kind of need to get to know about them, get to know them. But if one of those moles evolves, or you get a new mole that appears, or one that looks a bit like an ugly duckling, doesn't look like the others, then the other E is that you seek expert help, and that would be to get in touch with your GP, phone up your GP practice and say, look, I've got this skin lesion that needs checking out, and then they can arrange a safe and appropriate setting in which to have a little look at things.
Elizabeth Clayton, thank you very much. Joining me now is Paul Duhigg, who's a former patient at the Royal Surrey and has set up a support group. So it must have been a shock when you were diagnosed, Paul.
Yes, good morning. Thanks for having us on the show. Yes, I was... I had a mole on my leg which went back to birth, and it started to go sort of pussy, and I ignored it for a while, being a bloke, and eventually went to see the GP and was very quickly onto the cancer services out of Guildford, and then had to face up to 4 operations on my leg, and then some immunotherapy after that. But now I'm fine, and I'm making good progress.
That's very good to hear. And you have an advice and support group called Melanomore. How do we find that, Paul?
Melanomore.net is our website, and on that there's other details of other organisations which give good advice and help on Macmillan Cancer Support and Melanoma Focus in particular. All the details are on our website, so that's melanomore.net.
Many thanks, and take care of yourself, Paul. Thank you, Paul Duhigg there as well. So if you're making a difference, we would like to hear from you. You can get in touch. You can text us on 81333. Start your message with the word radio. Thank you to Paul and Elizabeth for joining us. It's our news update coming next.